Hey everybody, Reed here, conductor at Orchestra Farm, Orchestra. Yeah, unpredictable sometimes. You know, that's how nature is a lot of the time. Unpredictable. I'm living in a age of change, maybe you noticed. Never know what the climate's gonna do next. And I like to think of myself at times as a biomimicist, meaning I like to mimic nature as much as possible. And I notice the unpredictability of nature, and I like to think I shouldn't be unpredictable just straight up all the time, because that would make it difficult to work with me in any kind of context, you know? However, I think there's a time and place for unpredictability. And in these little segments where I'm just chit-chatting with you, one of the things I want to talk about is creative process. Because once you get your base down, you know, you got your food handled, you got your water handled, you got your shelter handled, maybe you got your friend network handled. It's good to have community and all that, like-minded people around. So that way, you know, you can take care of yourself and have fun. Unless you're just a straight-up hermit, in which case, well, it's probably not too difficult for you to find that space. But for the rest of us who like people, it's good to have people around. But being unpredictable with people definitely doesn't make for good relations, by and large, unless you create space for that. Because it is fun to play games and do different things. And I want to encourage everybody out there to take some time and find some activities that are outside of your wheelhouse and develop some unpredictability with it. One of those ways could be writing. Maybe you grab a piece of paper and you do some writing and you just let whatever comes into your head come down. Or maybe things that aren't in your head can go down on the paper too. It's always interesting to see what comes up in those spaces. Maybe you do that for 10 or 12 minutes. Maybe it's 13 minutes. Again, it's so easy to be predictable in the segments of times that we take. But to be unpredictable has its benefits. Because then when those unpredictable moments of nature come, it's easier to respond because you have some practice being unpredictable. These raspberries are really good. You could also do it with an instrument. Not everyone out there plays music. Maybe pick up an instrument and maybe like sucking at something isn't something that you're good at. Because not everyone is instantaneously great at everything. My daughter's learning that. I learned that a long time ago. And it's good to try out new things. I'm going to encourage you in that. Trying out new things. Be a bit unpredictable. Like this golden raspberry. Whoa. Talk about unpredictable. Who thought raspberries could have been golden? If you can find that cultivar near you, I want to encourage that. Maybe you go for a jog, or a run, or swim, or whatever are things outside of your wheelhouse. Go ahead, give them a try. You never know what you might actually enjoy, and in giving yourself space with those things to be unpredictable, you might discover whole new patterns, frankly. We could use some new patterns right now. I don't know if you guys are looking at what's going on in the world, but there's a lot of old patterns is what I see. People wanting to feel safe and secure. Oh, goodness me. Safe and secure, that's all kind of hyperbole in my book. You know, you never know when death's going to come and take you off your feet, and you gotta live, people. And enjoy the world. My opinion is part of enjoying it is doing things I've never done before. Going places I've never gone before. I live on a small island and there's still so much of it to explore. So on this day, I'm going to take a few minutes, several minutes, however much time you can spare, and do something unpredictable. But remember, keep it to a small amount of time. Make sure that you're not going to cause anybody harm and all that kind of good stuff. And enjoy this life a little bit more. Remember, like and subscribe to this page. I'm going to try making these videos a bit more. And when you're liking, subscribing, following, all that doodad a wibble, also have too much fun. Seriously. Because whatever bar was set before for fun is kind of weak, in my opinion. You got to raise it up. And that could even just be enjoying the cool breeze that's blowing by. We're watching the sunset. Every day it's a different sunset, people. In that way, the sunset is relatively unpredictable. You never know when it's going to be overly amazing. Make some time and space for that. Have too much fun. Reed here, conductor, Orchestra Farms. Aloha.